Hello, this is Pat Walker at MissionWinners.com. Doing a video here. Somebody had asked me, hey, how do you organize your thoughts as far as where the strength is in the market? Is there a quick, down and dirty way to do it? And the answer is, yeah, there is. ETFs, the major industry sector ETFs. Here they are, right here. Got them in my database. But here's what I do. You can say, well, that's great. I guess I'll just scan the charts. No. You got to organize them. Here's how you do it. Click it right here, and I click quote, sort a percent. And you can do this in your system too. And it ranks the ETFs by a percent on the day. You want to buy strength, right? Well, why not put the strength at the strong ones at the top? Pretty good, huh? I figured that out myself. So here we go. I just sorted it, and we're going to do it from the top. Steel, the number one ETF, up percent most today, major industry ETF. How's it look? Well, it gapped up, and that's great. Ran up, and it faded. Closed near its lows. There's some selling pressure in there. That's the number one ETF. What does that tell you? Just looking at it, what does it say? Well, you can look at some steel stocks, but know that this was a fade. Be careful with the steel stocks. There's strength, but just watch the action on the steel stocks, the leading ones. Coal, gaps up to the 200-day, no man's land. Metals and mining, gap. Isn't this interesting? Related to steel. You see the theme? Steel, coal, metals and mining. Gosh, let me think. How do you melt metal to make steel? Oh, you use coal. I thought of that myself. Isn't that great? So here we go. XME. Gaps up, reverses, closes in the bottom fourth of its range on the day on heavy volume. What's that tell you? It's met with selling pressure. Gold miners, no man's land below the falling 200-day. Move on. Materials, basic materials, below the 200-day. Needs to thrust through here on volume. Right now it's just flopping around. Look at this bar right here. You can say, oh, that's a pretty good bar. Look at the next bar. Price and volume. Above the 200-day, gaps down on heavy volume. Basic materials, not the best thing. Energy, floundering around the 50-day. Can it finally thrust through the 50-day? Had some good volume right here. What's that tell you? Hey, maybe watch some energy stocks. Solar, you're going to spend a lot of time looking at solar stocks. It's below a falling 50-day. It's below a falling 200-day or below a fat 200-day. No, goodbye. I ain't going to waste time with it. Oil, flopping around. That's related to energy. Isn't that interesting? You see the theme? The themes that start to develop? Ultra short, okay? Ultra SSO. This is the leveraged ETF. I like to trade this one, okay? VIPs do also. Okay. XLV. Healthcare. Healthcare's picking up. Grinding on up. That's good. Slight pickup in volume. What's that say? Oh, maybe I need to look at some healthcare stocks. QLD. NASDAQ 100. Gaps up. Closes in the bottom third of its range on a pickup in volume. Met with selling pressure. XLK, gaps up, backs off. Technology, here's the spiders. It's just kind of quiet right there, spinning around a little bit. Industrials, below the 200-day, needs to thrust through the 200-day. Utilities, loose here, look at this. Loose, this needs to straighten up, okay? Financials starting to pick up a little bit. You can see that, lifting through the 200-day. Financials, you can say, oh gosh, look at that volume yesterday. I wonder what that was. Some of the banks, financials, that's why we do this. Consumer staples, just going sideways. But note the volume. Up on heavy volume 3 days ago. Down on less volume yesterday. Up on a pickup volume today. Find out over some leading consumer staples. Gold, you going to spend a lot of time looking at gold stocks? No. Retailing, grinding on up, down a little bit today, but the trend is up. All right. Biotech, gapped up and fell down on heavy volume. Kind of a warning flag. It got a little loose up there, didn't it? Before today, though, watch this. Look at that. And again, there's another lesson about not chasing gap ups. Oil services. You're going to spend a lot of time looking at oil services? Folks, see, this is why we do this. You see this and you go, gosh, I was looking at energy earlier. That's kind of just flopping around here a little bit. Then I look at oil services. That's flopping around. I guess I'm going to spend a lot of time looking at energy stocks. You got it. Consumer discretionary, hanging in there, but an uglier day today on volume. Again, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. The yield, the inverse yield. I buy, okay? Big part of this is Amazon, okay? Hanging in there, but fell on a pickup in volume. SMH. Ooh, gaps up and closes down near its lows on a heavy volume. You're going to really look deep into semiconductors with action like that? FANG stocks, flopping around a little bit. Retail, gaps up, closes down on heavy volume. Interesting, isn't it? So check this out. You can say, boy, retail's kind of weak. That's kind of flopping around. Here's I buy. The internet retail, flopping around and losing the 20-day. What does that tell us? Maybe you want to avoid retail stocks. How's that sound? Here we go. Let's keep on rocking here. There's the FANG. There we go with the retail. Home builders. XHB. Below the 200-day. It was below the 200-day. Are you going to spend a lot of time looking at home builder stocks? No. XBI, a biotechnology, was looking better, and then today it got spanked. See that limit alert right there? That's when I'll get interested. TNA, gaps up, falls down. Finally, LabU, biotech also. Folks, the reason I do this is to systematize. This is the list of major industry ETFs. Put it in your system. Sort it by quote, sort up percent. You can do a quick glance and see what's strong and what's weak. And I hope that helps you. That's what we do. Somebody was asking about it. I just wanted to share it. And I thank you.